Hey there. So, are you thinking about making a move here to Utah and you are relocating here from out of state? Well, it was not that long ago that my family and I did exactly the same thing. And we literally were like, we found a home online. My husband and I looked at it and we're like, I think this is the home we're supposed to live in. I think this is, obviously we were in a totally different state. So, today I really want to walk you through some of the steps if you are planning on relocating here to Utah, how you can go about that, what steps we ended up taking, what steps would probably be most helpful for you if you're thinking about relocating, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Curley here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, living in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. If that's of interest to you, consider subscribing down below. Make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you are notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, looking to relocate, or looking to buy or sell a home here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and it would be our absolute pleasure to connect with you. Okay, so it doesn't feel like that long ago that my family and I relocated here to Salt Lake City from Southern California. Yes, from Southern California. Honestly, my husband and I, since I've been in real estate for many, many years, I'm always looking at different homes. My husband and I, one day, we were looking through homes, we were looking at different things, and we came across a home here in Utah. And I literally remember being like, we really need to take a look at that house, but we don't know anybody in that area. We don't know anybody in that town or that city or, really where it was. And so today I'm going to just kind of walk you through the process that we went through. And if you are living out of state and you're thinking, you know what, I'm just being pulled here to Utah, you're not alone, because we felt the exact same thing. So, first and foremost, this is what, honestly, my husband and I, when we started looking and we were living out of state, we were living in Southern California, we kept feeling this pull to move to Utah, and we kept looking at each other like, are you serious? Like, are we like, why Utah? I don't know, but we just felt this draw to Utah. So the first thing we started doing, honestly, was just looking at homes, really looking at homes and just kind of seeing like what looks like something we might like, and we had been out here to Utah before many times, but the idea of actually living here never actually really like crossed our mind. So the first thing is, once you start kind of looking at the type of homes and really the area, number one is the area. You really want to get an idea if you are looking, if your job is in a certain area and you're looking at being in and around Salt Lake, you really want to get an idea of what kind of areas you want to live in. So that's the first thing. So for us, we decided, okay, my husband's job was in one city, and we knew, okay, we really don't want the commute to be that far. We knew for me, I was going to be, restarting my real estate business. So I'm going to be fine wherever we end up going. But for him, we wanted to make sure his commute was going to be as minimal as possible. So we found the job and the area. So from that job and area, we kind of did a little radius of like, okay, if he only wants to commute 10 minutes into work or 15, whatever it is, we kind of just started at looking at areas around there. From there, from once we figured out kind of like, okay, this kind of area is what we're really looking at, then we kind of zeroed in on neighborhoods and kind of started that home search, figuring out, how, what size home we want, lot size, all of those different things kind of went around there. So first was really kind of zeroing in on the area. Then two was kind of looking at different neighborhoods and searching for a home that would fit our family's needs. Then moving right on to number three, we actually, once we found the home that we were like, I think this is the house that we're supposed to be in, I actually called a real estate agent that was here in the area that knew the area really well. So if you are living out of state, you're relocating here, I honestly, doesn't cost you anything, especially if you are buying the home, it won't cost you. Reach out to a real estate agent. They will know the areas. If they don't, find a new agent. But honestly, reach out to somebody who knows the areas. For me, I didn't even know any real estate agents here in Utah. So I actually, one of the homes that I was really interested in, I actually contacted that real estate agent and I said, hey, I'm a real estate agent here in California. I'm looking at this particular property. I'm really drawn to this area, this neighborhood. Like, what can you tell me about this place? And the real estate agent was literally like, okay, here, what do you want to know? And then just kind of went down the list. So if you are moving here from out of state, give me a call. If it's not me, call another real estate agent. My team and I help people like you all the time who are relocating. And I always like to say we are like the boots on the ground. So when we were in Southern California, this real estate agent that was out here, she was my boots on the ground and really helped me through that of just, okay, this is where this is located. This is what this is close to. What are you looking for? And so really helped to walk us through that process, which honestly was so, so, so helpful. So moving right along of, really things that you should know about purchasing a home here in Utah. If you are moving here from out of state, relocating from out of state, like I said, kind of zero in on your area, find your real estate agent. And then the next thing that obviously we did was get your finances in order. Make sure that you are pre-approved, working with a lender that, that'll work out for the home that you are looking at, because a lot of times here in Utah, I know the market here in Utah is competitive. So if you are wanting to submit an offer and you do not have proof of funds or you do not have a pre-approval letter, there is a really good chance that your offer will not be accepted. Or if it's a multiple offer situation, your offer will look much, much, much stronger if you're able to have those finances in order, whether it's your pre-approval, whether it's your proof of funds, whatever that is. That will make your offer look, that much better. And like I said, in a multiple offer situation, you want your offer to look as strong as possible. So figuring out your neighborhood, your area, working with a real estate agent, getting your finances in order. And then once you've got your finances in order, and this kind of goes along really well with working with your real estate agent should know the market. They should know what has sold. They should know the prices that things have sold for. They should know what's on the market, what's not, all those different things, because that is going to help you submit an offer that would hopefully be accepted, or something that would be presentable to the sellers. So for example, I've got lots of people that are moving here from out of state. In fact, I just went and toured homes with a client who is actually out of state. They came in state last week. We toured some homes. They didn't find the right one, but they were like, obviously, we're still moving here and we want to keep looking. So today I ended up doing some virtual tours for them. And all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, this is actually it. Like, because we had already looked in this neighborhood. And as soon as they left, it was like 3 days later and this house came on the market. So they already knew the neighborhood. They already knew the area. And they were like, they had weeded out a lot of other areas simply because they had toured around the area before. And so they're like, this is exactly the neighborhood that we want. We just haven't found the right house in that neighborhood yet. So house came up, they're ready to submit an offer. They're already pre-approved, they're ready to go. So that is another really important step, is just having your lender, having the pre-approval, and then having a real estate agent that is going to help you with that market and your offers. Because a lot of times, like right now, in some areas, we're seeing multiple offer situations, and others, we are not seeing multiple offer situations. So they are looking to you and to me as the real estate agent to help them out to make an offer that would be accepted and presentable to the sellers. So going into that, you want to find an agent who definitely knows the market. And last but not least is really, once you figured out your area, once you've met with your real estate agent, once you kind of have an idea of your finances and all of that, and your agent working with you for knowing the market, is once your offer gets accepted, it is planning that relocation. And I know for us personally, there's a lot of different ways that you can make the move out here. And my husband and I, we literally went through so many different things, and we were like, okay, do we get the moving truck to help us move? And then we realized we're like, okay, we pretty much sold all of our stuff back where we were living because we didn't need all of that stuff. So we were like, okay, do we actually really need a moving truck, or should we just get some pods, right? So for us personally, we decided, hey, let's stick what we've got left that we are actually bringing. Let's put it in some pods and we'll have it shipped out here. For us, it was very easy, very convenient. We figured out the day that we wanted our stuff delivered. You could always do a moving truck. You can always do a U-Haul. You can always do different things. I just know for us personally, we were able to time it really well with those pods and when they arrived and everything. But planning that relocation, it can be stressful depending on, time of year that you're moving. And then even, that process, there's a lot leading up to it. So kind of having your plan in line for us, like I said, we knew what day we were closing on our home. We knew when we were going to be able to move. We had an idea of when our pods were going to arrive. And so kind of having the plan in line, took a lot of the guesswork out. So actually, when we ended up arriving, our pods were waiting for us, and we were like, oh, okay, this is actually pretty perfect. This is, and we just kind of were able to move right along. So hopefully this gives you an idea if you are thinking about making a move, relocating here to Utah. Like I said, it wasn't that long ago that my family and we did the exact same thing as you are doing right now. So get an idea of the areas, get an idea of, working with an agent who knows the area, who's going to be your boots on the ground. Figure out your financing, make sure you're pre-approved or you have those proof of funds so that it will streamline the process so much more, so that those offers that you are going to be submitting, hopefully just one offer, will get accepted. And then that relocation process of figuring out how you are going to end up making the move. And if you are thinking about making a move here to Salt Lake, relocating here, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and let's connect. Like I said, it was only a few years ago that I did the exact same thing. And I remember my husband and I were like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? This is so crazy. We just feel this pull here, and this is home now. We absolutely love it and would love to help you make that transition as smooth and easy as